Jeanie Buss's statements about the future of the Los Angeles Lakers electrified the studio. "To be honest," said Buss, "after Kobe Bryant's passing, the spirit of the Lakers changed. We could never truly replace him." The ESPN commentators nodded in agreement. Buss continued, "LeBron James is certainly an incredible player, but Kobe's significance for this franchise was something entirely different. The legacy he created in a Lakers uniform was unique." At that moment, the frantic movements of the studio director caught everyone's attention. After listening to the message in her earpiece, the host turned to the camera with a shocked expression. "Jeanie, it appears your words have provoked a reaction. LeBron James is watching our program right now and wants to connect to speak with you." Jeanie Buss's eyes widened, her hand trembling slightly as she placed her water glass on the table. "Welcome to the Famous Stories channel. Whatever city you're watching from, please write it in the comments below. If you're curious about unknown and never-before-heard truths, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our videos." LeBron James's image appeared on the screen. His face showed an unexpected calmness. "Hello, Jeanie," said LeBron, with a slight tone of determination in his voice. "I heard what you said, and there's something I need to share." LeBron paused for a moment, everyone holding their breath as they listened. "The day before Kobe's death, we had a special conversation about the Lakers. A conversation I haven't mentioned to anyone, not even my teammates." The studio was completely silent. Jeanie Buss leaned forward, not taking her eyes off LeBron. The ESPN commentators looked at each other in shock. LeBron continued, "Kobe told me something very important about the Lakers organization, and revealed a truth you don't know, Jeanie. There was a secret message Kobe gave me that day." LeBron paused at this point and added with a serious expression, "And this message could change all your thoughts about the Lakers." Jeanie Buss's face paled. "What message, LeBron?" she asked with a trembling voice. Just as LeBron was about to answer, the broadcast cut to a commercial break. What kind of secret had Kobe Bryant shared with LeBron about the Lakers? And why had this secret made the franchise's owner so anxious? How would this confidential information Kobe carried in his final days affect the future of the Lakers? NBA Today was one of ESPN's most watched basketball programs. The show featured former players, commentators, and occasionally special guests discussing current NBA topics. That day, the special guest on the program was Los Angeles Lakers owner Jeanie Buss. The program began with host Malika Andrews presenting the latest NBA news. She then turned to the panel. "Today we have a very special guest with us, the owner of one of the NBA's most iconic franchises, the Los Angeles Lakers, Jeanie Buss. Welcome, Jeanie." Jeanie Buss responded with a professional smile. "Thank you, Malika. It's a great pleasure to be here." The first segment of the program discussed the Lakers' current season performance, playoff expectations, and the team's future. The panel analyzed the team's recent victory over the Dallas Mavericks, where Anthony Davis had dominated with 35 points and 14 rebounds, showing that the 2025 Lakers still had championship potential despite their rocky start to the season. "Jeanie, with the trade deadline approaching next month, are the Lakers looking to make any significant moves?" asked one of the analysts, a former NBA player who had faced Kobe Bryant numerous times during his career. Buss diplomatically navigated the question. "We're always looking to improve the team, but we also believe in the core we've built. LeBron and AD are still playing at an elite level, and our supporting cast has shown real growth this year." The conversation shifted to the upcoming All-Star Weekend in Seattle, the first since the NBA's expansion back to the Emerald City in 20. There was discussion about LeBron potentially making his record 21st All-Star appearance, extending his own record for most selections in NBA history. However, in the later minutes of the program, Malika Andrews brought the topic to Kobe Bryant's impact on the Lakers, setting the stage for what would become one of the most memorable moments in sports television history. "Jeanie, it's been a few years since Kobe Bryant's tragic loss. What has been the impact of this loss on the Lakers organization?" Jeanie Buss's facial expression suddenly changed. Her eyes slightly welled up as she took a deep breath. "Kobe was part of the Lakers family, not just a player, but a member of our family. His loss is indescribable." An emotional atmosphere had formed in the studio, Buss continued, controlling her emotions. "To be honest, after Kobe Bryant's passing, the spirit of the Lakers changed. We could never truly replace him." The commentators in the studio nodded their heads, approving Buss's words. One of them, who had played against Kobe in the early 2000s, added, "Kobe wasn't just a Lakers icon, he was the embodiment of what it meant to wear purple and gold." The large monitor in the studio displayed a montage of Kobe Bryant's greatest moments in a Lakers uniform: the alley-oop to Shaq in the 2000 Western Conference Finals, the 81-point game against Toronto, the back-to-back championships in 2009 and 2010, and his final game where he scored 60 points against Utah. The footage served as a powerful reminder of Bryant's indelible mark on the franchise. "How has LeBron James's arrival helped you cope with this loss?" asked Malika Andrews. Jeanie Buss paused for a moment. She appeared to be carefully choosing her words. "LeBron James is certainly an incredible player, one of the greatest names in Lakers history. But Kobe's significance for this franchise was something entirely different. The legacy he created in a Lakers uniform was unique." The camera caught a slight frown from one of the panelists, a well-known LeBron supporter who had frequently compared James favorably to Bryant throughout his broadcasting career. "Would you elaborate on that?" pressed Andrews, sensing the potential for a headline-making statement. "When Kobe joined us, he was 17 years old. We watched him grow not just as a player but as a person. 20 years in the same uniform, that kind of loyalty, that kind of commitment to a single franchise, it's almost unheard of in today's NBA." Buss paused, reflecting. "LeBron came to us as an established superstar, already having created legacies in Cleveland and Miami. It's different." These words created a palpable tension in the studio. Some of the commentators shifted uncomfortably in their seats, aware of how these comments might be interpreted by Lakers fans, many of whom had embraced LeBron while still revering Kobe's memory. "But hasn't LeBron brought the Lakers back to championship contention?" interjected one of the analysts. "The 2020 championship was significant for the franchise, especially coming in the same year as Kobe's passing." "Absolutely," Buss acknowledged, "and we're eternally grateful for that. But I'm speaking about something deeper than championships. I'm talking about the soul of the franchise." Malika Andrews wanted to delve a bit deeper into the topic. "So are you saying that LeBron hasn't been able to fill the void Kobe left?" Jeanie Buss smiled slightly. "No one can fill Kobe's place, Malika. That's a fact. LeBron is creating his own legacy in his own way, and we appreciate that. But Kobe was different." She took a moment to gather her thoughts, then continued. "Kobe understood the weight of the Lakers' history in a way that I'm not sure anyone else could. He studied Jerry West. He learned from Magic. He embodied that continuum of Lakers excellence. He wasn't just playing for today, he was playing for the legacy of the franchise." The studio fell silent as everyone absorbed Buss's candid assessment. It was rare for an NBA team owner to speak so openly about the comparison between two superstars, especially when one was still active on the roster. At that moment, the frantic movements of the studio director caught everyone's attention. A producer quickly approached Malika Andrews and whispered something in her ear. Andrews' eyes suddenly widened. "Ladies and gentlemen," said Andrews in a voice unable to hide her surprise, "we're experiencing an incredible development right now. LeBron James is watching our program and wants to connect to the live broadcast." A wave of shock spread through the studio. The expression on Jeanie Buss's face froze. Her hand trembled slightly as she placed her water glass on the table. "This is unprecedented," muttered one of the analysts, loud enough for his microphone to pick up. The studio erupted in whispers and hurried movements as the technical team scrambled to establish the connection. Jeanie Buss looked momentarily panicked, perhaps realizing the potential implications of her comments about the current face of her franchise. "Let's establish the connection," said Andrews, signaling to the producer, trying to maintain her professional composure despite the extraordinary situation unfolding live on air. After a few seconds of technical preparation, LeBron James appeared on the large screen in the studio. He had connected from his home, wearing a simple Lakers t-shirt. However, his facial expression carried an unexpected calmness that contradicted the tension in the studio. The Lakers logo was visible on a wall behind him, along with several framed jerseys, including what appeared to be Kobe Bryant's number 24. This visual juxtaposition, LeBron speaking with Kobe's jersey in the background, created a powerful symbolic image that wasn't lost on viewers. "Hello Jeanie, hello Malika, and everyone in the studio," said LeBron, in a professional tone that betrayed no hint of offense or anger. Malika Andrews tried to take control of the situation. "LeBron, thank you for unexpectedly joining our program. Apparently you heard Jeanie Buss's comments." "Yes, I heard them," said LeBron, nodding slightly, "and when I heard what she said, I felt there was something I needed to share." The camera cut to Jeanie Buss, who appeared to be bracing herself for what might come next, perhaps expecting LeBron to express disappointment or even anger at her comparative comments about him and Kobe. Jeanie Buss shifted uncomfortably in her seat. "LeBron, let there be no misunderstanding. I didn't mean to belittle you. I was just trying to express how difficult Kobe's loss has been for us." LeBron smiled slightly, but the seriousness in his eyes remained unchanged. "Jeanie, I understand your love and respect for Kobe, we all share those feelings, but the day before Kobe's death, we had a special conversation about the Lakers. A conversation I haven't mentioned to anyone, not even my teammates. A deep silence suddenly formed in the studio. Everyone was holding their breath, waiting for LeBron's next words. The production assistant signaled to the camera operators to capture reactions from everyone in the studio as LeBron prepared to reveal something that clearly held significant emotional weight. That day, we had played against the Lakers, and for the first time in my career, I had passed Kobe at Staples Center. He called me after the game, congratulated me, but then we delved into a much deeper conversation on the phone. LeBron paused, gathering himself. The emotion in his voice was evident as he recalled what would turn out to be one of his final interactions with Bryant. I remember exactly where I was, sitting on the team bus, everyone around me celebrating our win, but I stepped off to take Kobe's call. Something about his voice that night was different. It wasn't just about congratulating me on passing him on the scoring list. He wanted to talk about something deeper. Jeanie Buss leaned forward, not taking her eyes off LeBron. The ESPN commentators looked at each other in shock, realizing they were witnessing an unprecedented moment of raw honesty from one of the game's greatest players. Kobe told me something very important about the Lakers organization, LeBron continued. And he revealed a truth you don't know, Jeanie. There was a secret message Kobe gave me that day. LeBron interjected again, but this time his voice was softer. Jeanie, I'm not criticizing you or the organization. I'm just conveying the vision Kobe shared in his final days. And this vision explains why I proudly wear the Lakers uniform every day. The atmosphere in the studio softened a bit. As Malika Andrews prepared to ask another question, LeBron continued, but the most important thing Kobe told me, I haven't revealed yet. Jeanie Buss's eyes widened. What was that, LeBron? LeBron paused for a moment. Then Kobe told me that the Lakers' future would be measured not just by their success on the court, but also by their contributions to the community and the basketball world. And he believed that you, Jeanie, were the only person who could realize this vision. The expression on Jeanie Buss's face completely changed. Her eyes welled up, and for a moment she couldn't speak. Kobe had great respect for your leadership, LeBron continued. He told me, Jeanie is brave enough not only to protect her father's legacy but also to create her own vision. This was what he thought of you. Jeanie Buss nodded, trying to hold back tears. Thank you, LeBron. This was something I needed to hear. An emotional moment was happening in the studio. Even Malika Andrews was affected. This is really a powerful share, LeBron. What specifically did Kobe want to see for the Lakers' future? Kobe's biggest dream, said LeBron, was for the Lakers to be not just a team that wins championships, but also an organization that contributes to the development of basketball, especially in the development of young people in women's basketball. LeBron paused for a moment, then continued. Kobe believed his daughter Gianna would be the future of women's basketball, and he wanted the Lakers organization to provide more support for women's basketball. These words deeply affected Jeanie Buss. Kobe's dreams for Gianna. We could have done more about this. That's why, said LeBron, preserving Kobe's legacy is not just my responsibility, it's all of our responsibility. And this isn't just about winning championships, it's about continuing his values and vision. Jeanie Buss nodded approvingly. You're right, LeBron. Maybe we should rethink how we're preserving Kobe's legacy. Malika Andrews wanted to advance the conversation a bit more. LeBron, what kind of changes do you expect from the Lakers organization to realize Kobe's vision? LeBron responded with a thoughtful expression. I think the Lakers should focus more on the development of young talent. We should support the Kobe Academy and invest more in women's basketball. Also, we should take a more active role in community projects. Jeanie Buss was listening carefully. We're working on these issues, LeBron, but we can do more. And perhaps, LeBron added, the best way to honor Kobe's legacy is to build the future he envisioned for the Lakers together. I'm here not just as a player, but as part of this vision. There was an emotional atmosphere in the studio. The tears in Jeanie Buss's eyes were now undeniable. LeBron, thank you for having this conversation. Hearing what Kobe thought of you, what he envisioned for our organization, this is very valuable. As Malika Andrews prepared to end the program, she asked one final question. Jeanie, in light of the information LeBron has shared, have your thoughts about the Lakers' future changed? Jeanie Buss took a deep breath. Yes, they have. I've realized that perhaps the best way to preserve Kobe's legacy is not just to commemorate the past, but to build the future he dreamed of. Then she turned to LeBron. And LeBron, I apologize for what I said at the beginning. You're not just a great player, but also someone who carries Kobe's vision. I'm grateful that you wear the Lakers uniform and that you're ready for this responsibility. LeBron smiled. "Thank you, Jeanie. We're all on the same side. And Kobe's spirit is with us in every game." After this emotional conversation, Malika Andrews concluded the program. "We thank Jeanie Buss and LeBron James for these sincere shares. We've experienced an unforgettable moment for Lakers fans." When the cameras turned off, there was still an emotional atmosphere in the studio. Jeanie Buss turned to the producer and asked, "Can I speak privately with LeBron?" The producer approved, and Jeanie Buss had the opportunity to speak with LeBron one-on-one. "LeBron, there's something I couldn't say on live TV. After Kobe's loss, I felt lost. I wasn't sure if I was managing the Lakers the way he would have wanted, but what you shared today has given me confidence again." LeBron nodded understandingly. "Jeanie, Kobe always believed you would lead the Lakers in the right direction, and I believe that too. Together we can preserve his legacy." Although this private conversation took place after the cameras turned off, the live broadcast moment that day had a huge impact in the sports world. The hashtag LeBron Legacy was discussed on social media for days. Famous ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith said on his own program the next day, "Yesterday we witnessed one of the most sincere and emotional moments in sports television history. This conversation between LeBron James and Jeanie Buss once again showed how powerful Kobe Bryant's legacy is." Lakers fans enthusiastically welcomed LeBron's unexpected revelation. At the next home game, fans combined Kobe and LeBron chants, showing that the two legends were now remembered together. A few weeks later, Jeanie Buss announced that the Lakers organization was launching a new youth basketball program in honor of Kobe and Jeanie Bryant. The program aimed to increase young girls' access to basketball. LeBron James continued to show his mission of preserving Kobe's legacy on the court as well. Before each game, he showed his respect by touching Kobe's jersey, and in every interview he talked about Kobe's contributions to basketball. After Kobe Bryant's tragic loss, the Lakers organization might never be the same again. But this unexpected dialogue between LeBron James and Jeanie Buss created a new vision for how the Lakers family would preserve Kobe's legacy, and perhaps Kobe's true legacy was not so much his successes on the basketball court, but the inspiration he left behind and the spirit that united the Lakers community. The emotional moment that took place in the ESPN studio that day once again showed how deep and lasting Kobe Bryant's impact on the Lakers was. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. What do you think about this topic? Please write in the comments below. See you in the next video.